Hello. I really love looking at rust. It's my new obsession. I love the colors and the textures and the little patches of corrosion, and I've been experimenting with a few different techniques of how to create a realistic rust effect on paper. So today's tutorial is going to demonstrate how to do one of those techniques, and we're going to be using distress paint and fine table salt. So it's a very short video, so take a look if you're interested. Send me a picture or upload a video or a link to whatever you've created using this technique. I'll be so happy to see what you've done with it. I cut out my pieces and now I'm putting on distress ink just to give it a nice rusty hinge color. The first layer is a grit layer, so I'm just going to put some glue on here, and then I'm going to put in some grit which I made by taking dropperfuls of rusty hinge distress ink and mixing it into some finely ground salt, and I'm going to rub the salt onto the piece, and the glue is going to help that grit stick a little bit. When tin or iron starts to rust, you will have different patches of corrosion, and each patch has sort of like a little, depending on the rate of oxidation, has different colors, like yellow, and some parts are more green and some parts are more charcoal. Some parts have like a gray patina, and that is what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to create the patches of corrosion at different oxidation rates. And I'm using a tool, but you don't really have to use a tool. You can use your fingers or whatever you want, sponge dauber. I'm just not wanting to get paint on my nails, so I'm not using my fingers here. So to get that chalky look of oxidation like in this image, I'm going to use some chalky distress paint. I'm using weathered wood, but I think bundle sage might be better for this purpose, so I'm just rubbing this on, and it'll catch all the highlights and all the bumpy little bits and stuff. What I did with my rusty pieces is that I put it on a card that I made with different stamp elements and embellishments. I colored in the map with distress markers. They're really cool. And I'm sticking down my pieces. I cut the posts into pieces, and I use the bottom bits as hinges, and I'm just super gluing the thing down. You don't have to use super glue, but super glue is so fast that I like it. So I'm just about done with this card. I just have to sort these pieces out. I'm going to fold them over and then super glue them to the reverse side of this piece, and then I will take this piece and stick it down on a appropriate sized card. Here is the card. It's a little bit redder than it actually is in real life with bad photography. You can find more details though on my blog, tincanhandmade.blogspot.com, including the step-by-step process for the rusting effect. Stay tuned in, because I'm going to demo other techniques to create a rusty effect on paper on this channel. Thanks for watching, guys.